Well, guys, somebody once asked me about my big lathe, the BL 330, if it had a shear pin. You know, in case you crash it when you're machining, if it breaks the pin rather than breaking something important. Yeah, right? So anyway, the shear pin in this lathe is rather complicated. So hold on. So, first of all, I kind of crashed it a little bit. It didn't seem bad, but it involved removing this guy right here. This is the idler that holds the change gears. And it is a really soft piece that just sits in the hole, and what happens is it bends. If you just get it into a bind, it bends over to the side, the gears no longer engage. They kind of grind on the tips of the teeth. Anyway, I tried to straighten it, but it can't be straightened. So I found a new one, but it's inside this piece of 4140. And it's going to be fun because the auto feed doesn't work without that piece in there. Yahoo. Stay tuned. Okay, peoples. Turns out I had this piece of 4140, which is exactly the same diameter as this guy. So I need to make one of these. This is disappointing. So much better if you turn the camera on before you do things. Little mothers come off of there hot. Yeah, that's what it's like, but I'm not going to fuss with the camera all the time because, yeah, this is kind of precision and I don't want to have to be scrapping 4140 and starting over. Got enough on that bar to make like 5 or 6 of them, so if I can get one good one, I'll be working. Nice. If you look over here, there's all the bits that make it do it. Pain in the ass. Okay, so let me zoom this out a little bit. Whoop. So I got this guy in here. I want it perfectly straight, so I don't want to flip it around because it's kind of small to try and do between centers. So what I'm doing is I'm using a parting tool to rough out this little end here. Let's see what they look like so far. See, that's what I'm looking for. It's getting close. Just take cuts down shy of where my target is. Target's around the same as this, just under 1/2 inch. It's a slow process because it's all by hand. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a Okay, so this is the end that goes into the gearbox, and let me show it to you. See what that looks like? Chewed up because I was trying to straighten it out. The slot in the middle is for a set screw to go in there, and so right now you can probably see it looks bigger. It's about 1 millimeter bigger. 1 millimeter. down to the bilge. Yeah. See, this end of it, I can't really work it down in there, but I can flip it around and polish it now. Finish the end off. Sweet! All right. Okay, so this is the last bit. I got to put a hole in here so the oil that goes through this ball cup can get into the shaft. Well, this is going to go a little faster than that. Well, looks like we went through. So, give myself a little chamfering tip. Pardon me, I'm working around this camera. It's kind of hard to do, you know. I put this down just enough to get the bit out because it's a tip, I guess. Never have this, never have it so close or so far away that you have to bring this quill way down. I mean, the least amount of time you spend fussing around pushing that quill out, the greater the odds that you're going to be keeping it straight, you know. There goes. There it is. Now just a little more polishing and cleaning and it's ready to reinstall. I already have the ball oiler. Hi guys, Kim here, Papa's Fixin' Shop. Putting these back together. There's the old one. Let me zoom it in. There's the old one. There's a new one. Let's see how it fits. I did polish this and I went in there with a little, like a drill with a little sandpaper and just kind of buffed it a little bit. Yikes. Nice. Okay, so turned out the threads on that little screw don't go all the way through. And it had a little, you know, about, I don't know, 3 or 4 millimeter long, like very thin rod on the end that stuck through a hole and hit that thing. So I went and tapped it all the way through, and you know, that tip broke off, so now I'm using it a little bit of that point on the end of the screw. Let's see. See how it goes in now. Slides right in, real nice. A good tweak. Of course, it's a 4 millimeter screw, grub screw. See if I can tighten it. Oh, you got a tiny pair of screwdriver. Oh, didn't bend it very much. Ooh, now I'm happy. Get a little another tweak. It's in there. Okay. Don't try this at home, kids. Let's try a faster speed. I can hear a tooth. It's got a chipped tooth now. Let's try it even faster. Yeah, there's a chunky tooth here. That ain't hitting anything. Back to low. Yeah, that's the tooth. One of the teeth that was war funny. They run it backwards. I can tell you, I know it's coming from this gear. So I got to look at it real close. I might take it all apart and examine that gear real close. Maybe file it. But yeah, everything's perfect except for that. But then, it's my own fault. First rule, to be alive is to suffer. Second rule, suffering is usually caused by our own selves. Rule 3, we can do something about it. So the clicking sound turned out to be the teeth from 2 different gears touching, and it was because something happened in this thing. I don't know, it stretched a little bit, but I ended up making it just a hair too short, even though it was the same size as the sample. So I had to put a little shim in there, and Bob's your uncle, man.